Hey there, this is a video review for Maria. I'm doing an SEO review of her homepage. So, first thing out the gate is you need to change this from your name to what city you're actually featuring. This is the H1 tag, it's the most important thing on your page. You can reference this one. So, moving to Charleston, South Carolina, you need to streamline and call out at least one city that you feature if you feature a lot of them. You can see here, then we have a H2 where we're mentioning the other two cities that are kind of like our backup cities. And then we've got buttons going to those. So if we go back to yours, you can see this is never going to get Googled. So we'll go up here to the H1, to the title tag. You can see it says real estate, Maria. It says your name in there twice. That should also say, moving to this area or sell your home in this area or whatever your main focus is, because that's what Google sees. So if I go Google your name, we can see if you pop up or not. So we got LinkedIn, Instagram, library. Like you don't pop up for top 10, professor of food science. So you can see like your name is not really getting you anywhere. If we add real estate. Okay, now we're popping up for LinkedIn. We're popping up for Boston. And then finally, there's our website, right? So what I would do is change this because here it's telling me Boston, right? So I'd be like, moving to Boston, question mark. Maria is your relocation specialist. That's what I would do for your title tag. And then your metadata, you can change that too, because you've just got like the out of the gate stuff. You haven't really changed any of that. Okay, and then scrolling down here, it's just the boring, typical out of the box stuff. It is pulling some blog posts in, so let's take a look at those. Okay, so with blog posts, you need to be location specific. You need to be like 3 simple ways to boost your credit score in Boston, because you competing for this, you'll never rank for that because there's so much competition. So if I Google that, you see that? That's like 1 billion, almost 2 billion search results. You'll never, ever make it. But Boston, add Boston to that. Now we're more competitive. 220 million, I can run with that. And then you'll just go down through here and you want to compare. I typically take the first 1, 2, 3 and compare and see what does my content look like compared to theirs. So if I look at this, obviously they're going to get a boost because they're a news channel. They have a lot better domain ranking than you. So they don't have to write a real detailed article, but typically these articles are more detailed. So you can see how these are structured. They have their H1 tag, what they're getting to the point, and then they have their H2 tags down here, breaking it down, and it's very readable, right? Let's compare it to yours. Not readable at all. It's very hard to read. You do have your H1 tag because it just does it out of the gate, but otherwise the stuff right here needs to be formatted and it needs to be more in depth. Like if you were coming to read this for advice, I don't think you would be happy with it. So you shouldn't put it out if you wouldn't be happy with it. So that's that blog post. I would imagine these are similar. You just want to go deeper, right? House hunting do's and don'ts. Same thing. Be location specific. Looking to buy a home in Boston, here's the do's and don'ts when you're house hunting, right? Be more specific, keyword rich. There's nothing about Boston on this page except your address. That's not good. So you'll never ever get found for Boston without updating those. I'd also update your homepage. I like to rename it, move to whatever area, move to Boston versus home, because home is the same thing. It's very generic. Very generic. It's like house hunting. You'll never get ranked for that. Neighborhoods is cool, but if these just go to the search result, then it's kind of like you competing with Zillow. Like you're not going to. So you need to be more specific with these. What I would do is do the pros and cons of moving to these neighborhoods, and then you can link back into these neighborhoods. So here's a for example. If I click on Charleston, South Carolina, I've got the pros and cons and insider tips, right? But then if I roll down through here, I've got them outlined what they are, got a little bit about Bill, and then I've got them broken down for, here's what locals say, here's for the young adults, for the families, for the retirees. So I got something for everybody, right? I've covered all my bases. And then we've got a video in here, and you could also add, top neighborhoods if you wanted to this, but this one specifically is pros and cons. In the neighborhoods video, we do that. We break them down, we say the top 5 neighborhoods, and then we link back to the search results. So that's what I would do on this page. Obviously, you can add to this page, but I would create a blog post linking into this page. And then about, I would make that your name. So see up here, and then you can have a sub menu under that. Boston relocation realtor, right? So you can see that we wrote a profile specifically talking about that, right? If I look for relocation realtor, that's what we're going for. Over here, we don't have that. So if I click on about us, you don't have a bio. You just say we're open 24/7 like Walmart, but you're not. You sleep. It's just you. So I have a video on YouTube showing you how to create a good bio. I'll go ahead and go into that. Perplexity.ai. You can use the free model. And then I'll go over here and copy your name. And basically, this will give you a starter template because this is what Google sees. So we copy this, put this in here, we go Real Broker LLC, and they're going to Google you. So they're going to pull your LinkedIn, they're going to pull the MLS, they're going to pull another LinkedIn, they're pulling Realtor, and they're pulling whatever that is. So this is like a basic info that's out there floating around about you. If you don't like it, guess what? You can change it. But I would use this as a starter template to write a better bio. So you should be able to have a really, really, really solid bio, more like this. See this right here? Like very, very detailed. We're talking about military relocation. We're talking about how she's a retired military vet and, all these specifications. So say if I go Google her, go it's pulling one reel, and then it's pulling 2 pages that we have on our website, and then it's pulling a YouTube video, and then it's pulling Zillow, and it's pulling something else. But you can see how more detailed this is. And it mentions the PCS and the first time home buyer and the specialties, right? And more so the areas. Yours does not. So you have room for improvement there. That's where I would start. As a consumer coming here, you want to simplify it as much as possible. They're either going to buy, they're going to sell, they're looking for information. And the information they want is about the neighborhoods, the community, and you. And I would also get rid of these generic images. That's what comes out of the box. And if I saw that, that's what I would think, because I see people run ads with that. That's just because it's easy. People just click run an ad and it just pops up. And then also you can see like I'm hovering over it and it says original whatever. That's the name of the file. That's no good because basically Google indexes images. So if you give the image the name, like move to Boston, it will pop up. So like if I do move to Woodstock, Georgia, I pop up, right, where do I pop up? I pop up number 1, but if I go to images, right there's me, And I got my friends, and there's me, and there's me, and there's me, and there's me, and there's me. So images are very, very important to get your metadata correct on. So that's my review for this website. I would give it another shot. It looks like you just got started. So dive in, make these very specific to Boston or whichever area that you're interested in, and do more. Just like anything else, like it, you got to get the reps in.